Imagine a time when surgery was considered taboo, when wounds were treated by prayers rather than scalpels, and when the human body remained largely a mystery to healers. In the sacred city of Kashi, today's Varanasi, along the banks of the Ganges, there lived a physician whose name would echo through millennia. His name was Sushruta. While the man Sushruta is generally believed to have flourished around the 6th century BCE, the text attributed to him was compiled and redacted over centuries. Sushruta was not merely a doctor, he was a teacher, an innovator, a surgeon who dared to explore the human body in ways no one else had dared. His monumental work, the Sushruta Samhita, is one of the oldest and most important known texts on surgical science. Composed in Sanskrit, it covers fundamental principles Sutrasthan, pathology, Nidansthan, anatomy, Sharirasthan, surgical techniques, Shalya Tantra, toxicology, Kalpasthan, and special therapies, Uttar Tantra. In a culture where touching a dead body was often prohibited, Sushruta introduced dissection and careful observation into surgeon training. He insisted his students practice operative skills on inanimate materials like vegetables, leather bags filled with mud, and animal parts before operating on people. He catalogued more than 1,120 surgical instruments, sharp and blunt tools, and described over 300 surgical procedures including rhinoplasty, plastic surgery, cataract, removal or couching, stone extraction, and fracture management. One of his most famous techniques, reconstructing a nose, rhinoplasty, using a flap of skin taken from the cheek or forehead. This method, often called the Indian flap, was described centuries before modern plastic surgery. He listed over 1,120 diseases and conditions, described more than 700 medicinal plants, and discussed the therapeutic use of animal and mineral-based medicines. His ethical code for surgeons is striking. A surgeon must have steady hands, sharp intellect, sound judgment, and compassion. A physician who is merely knowledgeable but not skilled is like a one-winged bird, he said. Sushruta also emphasized prevention, good diet, hygiene, exercise, moderation, and the duty of the physician to protect the healthy. He believed healing is not only for the sick, but for the well-being of all. The influence of his work traveled beyond the Indian subcontinent. The Sushruta Samhita was translated in Arabic in the 8th century CE and found its way into medical teaching in the Islamic world, ultimately influencing surgery in Europe. Today, when a surgeon in a modern operating theatre uses a scalpel, plans a reconstruction, or designs a medical curriculum, the echo of Sushruta's wisdom remains. He did not perform surgery for glory, he operated for relief. He did not write for fame, he taught for healing. This is his legacy. The man who carved out the science of surgery, who gave physicians precision instruments and patients the hope of repair. Sushruta, the ancient surgeon, the teacher, the pioneer, and the father of plastic surgery. And in his memory, we continue to heal.